Now this will become the full flap. We left that extra piece on the other box just as a strengthener. So you're going to have this part glued onto that, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. So you're cutting these extra sides off. Then we're going to line up this box, and you're deciding where you want your flap to end. I'm going to take it all the way down. So here I'm cutting off parts we won't need, but I'm still keeping an extra piece up top for strength. It's going to make it a little bit stronger there. That's where it's bending. So we're measuring. We're going to cut along this line, and then we'll add material to that. Here we're finding the center. This will be for fasteners, so it's important to have that correct. Now we'll do the sides too, and that will be for putting in the straps of the purse. So measure one way, get the center, measure the other way, get the center, and where it intersects, that's where we're going to poke it and then eventually put our strap through. Okay, here we're deciding how wide it is. So again, we're just measuring against the box. You can cut the whole thing. I decided to stop it right about here, and that's because the very front of my flap, I want to try a roll technique. If you don't like that technique, then just simply hem it underneath, glue it underneath, and you can use ribbon. To complete your look, you can have ribbon around the sides. I'm going to hot glue this one part on here, and the rest we're going to Mod Podge, fixing our hem here so it's nice clean corners and edges. Now here I'm going to demonstrate rolled edge. You do not have to do this. This is just simply an option. It takes a few moments when you apply your hot glue here. You have to hold it in place a little bit before it actually tacks. another option. I thought it was a bit messy here from the hot glue, so I decided to braid 3 strands of leather together, and we're hot gluing that on. Just gives it another dimensional look here. Now we're ready to add fabric to the rest of the box. Do your measuring and cutting. Poke your holes. Add the Mod Podge all over the entirety of the box. And we're going to start by attaching our fabric in the back here. You can roll up the edges on the bottom here. I'm not going to because I'm going to add some trim. Now on this side, I am doing that tucking technique so it's nice and neat. And we'll hot glue. I do have a tutorial on doing this. So this is a grommet kit. You need to put the wood in underneath where the hole is going to be through the fabric. And then you take the rounded side, it's a sharp side, against the fabric and hammer. You can see it started. We're going to give it a few more whacks. It's a little tricky to do a three-dimensional object. In other words, if this was a flat piece of fabric, then I could lay it down and it would be much easier to do. This way, I had to put a block of wood in there, and when I hammer, it does move. So this is much easier if you don't have a 3D project, but it is doable. You're placing the grommet that has the edge that sticks up in the fabric and stick it out your hole. Now time for the other part. The concave part of this grommet is going towards the fabric. So you put it on this tool, stick it in the hole, grab your hammer, couple whacks with the hammer, and it's on. Now it's time to line the inside of our purse. So these side pieces are a little bit shorter than the actual outside of the edge because you need that extra space of the fabric wrapping around. Also, we're going to stick our straps in here now. I was lucky enough to find this leather strap that was part of a shirt, came with a shirt, and I never wore it with a shirt, but it's perfect for this. So any strap you like or have on hand. Okay, time to get these inserts in there. This is the side piece. I tuck that top edge. We're gonna put a little hot glue in there at the strap too, on both sides. And then you'll need to do it along the top edge as well. Right here. Both sides, give it a couple minutes. okay. You actually have a lot of options here. You don't have to use snaps. You don't even have to do the grommet thing. You could put magnets in underneath the flap to hold it on, or Velcro. But I like the snap idea, so I'm going to do that. And marking it. Alright, this part is actually a little bit of a blooper reel. So I sewed this on nice and secure, really happy with it. And then afterwards I realized it was sewn on backwards. So I did have to rip that out and reattach. But that's okay. Now for extra protection too, plus it smooths everything out, I put Mod Podge over the whole outside and the inside of this flap. And here I wanted to cover up my threads from sewing on the snap. And I tried the Mod Podge there. You're really supposed to iron that on, but I was worried because I had already put Mod Podge down, and I don't know if you can iron over top of Mod Podge. So I did wind up hot gluing that patch on for more security, but I am happy with the Mod Podge everywhere. Decided to add some sparkle. Alright, here it is. Now I did not Mod Podge inside. Didn't feel like I needed that, but I like it everywhere else. And you'll see how the strap thing works. And you can just snap it in place. There we go. Works much better when you have the snaps on the right way. And I had to wipe off the little cat hairs.